Hello everyone, this is Arafellin, and today our Zelda is a little different. Doing the exploration glitch demonstration reminded me that there is a similar, well, kind of similar glitch in Link's Awakening. So I'll be showing off that, and another one that's probably the most best known glitch in the game. Let's start with the select screen transition glitch. So basically, the game is split up into various screens, both indoors and outdoors, and when you transition screens, two things happen. Obviously the screen scrolls, and it also resets Link's position to the opposite side of the screen. If you press select to bring out the map as you're transitioning, the game will scroll the screen, but it forgets to put him back on the other side of it. So, if I go to the right here, and press select, as I'm going to that, there comes the map. Click out of that. Link is still on the right side of the screen. I can go right through this tree and to the next screen over. You can use this anywhere, indoors or outdoors, where you can get to the edge of the screen. The main problem with that, as far as actually doing anything, is that it's really easy to get stuck. If you're not quite in the right spot, you can get stuck inside the tree if you do it like that. If you do it inside dungeons, it's very easy to get into empty rooms that there's just nothing there but walls on all sides and you can't go anywhere. But anyway, on to the main thing. This is, like I mentioned, this is similar to the exploration glitch in Link to the Past. And this being a Game Boy game, dungeons are not as complicated in structure. You don't have the whole layers thing. What you do have that's very different is some rooms, like this one down here, have side-scrolling platformer type physics, instead of being able to walk around in a top-down format like a typical Zelda game. So you have gravity, you have the Rock's Feather that lets you jump, so you even have Goombas and Thwomps, like in a Mario game. Now, as far as the game is concerned internally, these are just stored as rooms. There's rooms here, there's normal dungeon rooms like this one, there's dungeon rooms that have the different gravity going on, but like if you were able to just walk around freely, they're all on the same map. Now what we're going to do here is confuse the heck out of the game. So, go to the top left. Actually, I think any corner works, but top left is the most consistent results. Hold up and left and jump, and hold all three of those. We'll go into the room underneath here, and then immediately jump upwards, and yeah. So the game has been all kinds of confused here. I think what's going on is it tried to do a tree transition because we hit the edge of the screen, but there's nothing defined for that transition. So it basically tried to go upstairs, but there's no stairs to go up. We end up in the same room, but the game is not interpreting the data normally. This is the basic source of a lot of weird glitches, and especially earlier games like the Minus World in Minus World in Super Mario Brothers. I think they call it like the supposed so-called lost levels or something like that in Metroid. Where basically what's happening there is you confuse the game to horizontal scrolls, vertical scrolling rooms, and vice versa. But anyway, I'm not exactly sure what's going on here, but it's definitely reading the data but interpreting it incorrectly. So we're in a side-scroll room, but it's treating it like a top-down room. Also, the tiles don't behave the way they normally ought to because it's, again, interpreting things correctly. So one thing you have to really watch out for when you're doing this is that a lot of tiles, well, some will just block you, like this. A lot of tiles also are interpreted as water, so if you don't have the flippers, which I don't, you have that whole drowning problem. That includes the entire walls of several room types, so if you transition the wrong direction, you can get stuck forever because you just go into the water on the screen transition, and because you started there, there's nowhere for the game to send you back that's on land. So, jump past that. So here we have another one of the side-scroller rooms. I think the thing down there is a Goomba, but obviously the graphics are jumbled, so it's kind of hard to tell. But yeah, we can go straight off the edge of the dungeon into wherever this is. That's the world map. Dungeon map tells us, well, dungeon map is confused, but as far as the dungeon map concerned, we've gone several rooms up from an actual room in the dungeon. We keep going. This is level 4. Forgetting the name of it right now. Angler's Cave, maybe? But as you can see here, there's a treasure chest. It's not being interactive, but if we walk around inside, we can actually walk onto it, and you press A in the right spot, and it opens, we get the power bracelet. Now what I'm guessing is happening here is that it's trying to read from a certain chest in Tail Cave. But obviously this is not a chest in Tail Cave, so it's just getting a default, which apparently is the power bracelet. What's even weirder, if we leave the room and come back, the chest is back and it's closed again. Again, since this isn't a valid chest, whatever mechanism the game uses to remember that you opened it, it's not working. So it just sees a chest tile. It treats it as a chest because that's how the game works, apparently. You can come back and open it again, and here we have the level 2 power bracelet. So what happens if we do that again? Oh. We get the level 2 power bracelet again. So basically, any chest that you come across doing this dungeon glitching thing will be a power bracelet. But the interesting thing is it's a progressive item. That is to say, the first time you get it, it gives you the power bracelet. After that, it gives you the level 2 bracelet. And if you keep getting it, you just keep getting the level 2 bracelet. That's particularly interesting because Link to the Past doesn't work that way. Link to the Past, you have several things that have multiple levels, like your swords, your shields, the power glove. If you get them in the wrong order, you would get the whatever version you normally get there, no matter what order it's in. For example, if you go and get the Titan's Mitts without having first gotten the power gloves, you'll get the Titan's Mitts. If you then go to Desert Power and get the power gloves, it will downgrade you to the power gloves and you won't have the Titan's Mitts anymore. Similarly with the swords. Might do a video demonstrating that later on, but yeah, it's just an interesting thing that the games are so... Yeah, they're made at about the same time, have a lot of similar construction built into them, but they just handle that very differently. Now, one more question you might have is, if you're in this glitch state, how do you get out of it? There are two ways. The easy way is you press Start Select A, B, let you save and quit. And that will work as usual, you'll keep your stuff. The other way is if you go into anywhere with a staircase that goes in and out of an underground room, one of these side-scroll areas. It takes you to where the staircase normally goes, and everything is unglitched. Yep, that was a Goomba. Squish.